Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and welcome to Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be making some simple little chain links for bracelets and necklaces. So what you're going to need for this project is 20 gauge wire, your tools, and there's optional beads, either 6 or 4 millimeter. So you can cut a piece of wire either about the size you need, or what I like to do is just cut a longer piece and make several at once. And to get started with this, you are going to get your round pliers and leave a couple of inches there, maybe about 1.5 inches, and bend this back at about a 45-degree angle, and then bend it around and make a decent size circle because you don't want it to be too tight. I saw another tutorial where they actually took a Sharpie and just marked on their pliers where they wanted the line to be, just to have like a measurement to make sure they're always the same size. I thought that was a really cool idea. Unfortunately, it will rub off at some point, but so if you wanted to do that, you can just like put that in there, or you can just like keep in mind where you've placed it each time. And we're going to just wind the wire around a couple of times. Okay, depending on how much spring you want in between each loop, and then we're going to cut it with the pointy pliers just in there. And then for the other side, we're just going to get our pliers, and just, if you don't want too much space in between, use your smaller pliers and bend this. So see, this one is going that way, so what you want to do is bend this. See, this bend is like to the right, so we're going to bend this to the left, okay, opposite way. And again, hold this on here. You can hold it where your Sharpie line is and bring it around. Okay, bring it around like that. Okay, so we've got it about in the same position, and then we're going to hold it with our flat pliers, okay, and bring it around once and then twice, so they're nice and tightly together. Put that around to the back, and you'll see these two ends, like they kind of match up, which is good because you want them to be as tight as possible. And then you're going to, that's why I pay attention to which direction I'm bending my wires when I do the loops. And so we're going to just bring these right in, push it back if you need to get in more. And what you want to do so you don't have a scratchy end in there is just like really push them in flush together. Okay, so there we have our first loop. So now if you want to do that same loop with a bead, okay, we'll do it, start the same way. We'll take this, and we can even use that same measurement. You'll see it's already rubbing off, but you know, there's not much that you can do about that. And so we're going to bend it, like say at about 1.5 inches here, and hold it around where that line is and bring it. I like to actually hold the wire and push it around. I find that's the easier. You hold with your pliers and you push with your hands. Okay, so we're going to go around here, and we can do the same thing where we just bend it around however many times that you want. Okay, and clip that end. And now, instead of going ahead with the other loop, we're going to put a bead on there. The 6 millimeter miracle bead on there. And same thing, use your smaller pliers, bend this to the left, and then take your larger round pliers, bend it around where that marking is on your pliers. And if you've lost track where the marking is, just eyeball. It's about, looks like it's about a third of an inch down from the end. It's not super important if it's not exactly the same size. So then hold this, go around a couple of times. Okay, and then cutters again, the little pointy end in, and the flat pliers, just to make sure you really get that end in there. Just push it in, and you can give it a little twist if you need. And then at this point, just kind of adjust it so they're the same direction. So we have that one and that one. And then another way you could do it is so the loop is more of a teardrop shape. That one's kind of cute too. So let's get our wire for that. And then to do the teardrop shape, we'll just take, I'm going to just get my flat pliers. I'm going to push this, say a couple inches from the end, depends on how big you want it to be. Okay, so we do that. And for that, instead of doing the round end, just hold this a little bit away from the end, okay? And then bring it around your your round pliers, okay? And just form a kind of a teardrop shape. So it looks like that. And we're going to hold it in place with our flat pliers and then bend it around a couple of times, okay? And like that. And then after this, I'm going to show you how to attach them all together. There's a couple of options for that. And for the teardrop one, I'm going to use the smaller 4mm bead. We'll stick that one on there. And here too. You want to leave a little bit of space for the twist here. So we'll just give that a little bit of a bend, not too much. And eyeball about what direction, like what distance you use. See, it almost looks like an infinity sign, but not quite. Okay, I'm going to go in there. Okay, and then we're going to bend that around here. Okay, and give that a little bit of a clip and push it in. So there we have our little teardrop one. So if you want to do the teardrop one without the bead, you could definitely do that too. So we'll bend that at a little bit of an angle. We'll do it how we started the last one. Just bring it around and twist it here at the top, around here, and clip it. Okay, and then rather than put the bead in there, we'll just go ahead and give that another bend. Bring it around here. Just eyeball it to make sure it's somewhat even, not super important. And then twist that around here. I had tried other ways to do this kind of infinity type thing. I did one where the wires sort of overlapped and it didn't work too well, but this is good because the wires just kind of get tucked in beside each other here, so it's nice and flat. So here is the infinity sign type thing without the bead. So you have two options to attach the chain links together. You can either get a jump ring and just attach them together with a jump ring. That's easy enough. Or if you don't want to use a jump ring, if you want a tighter kind of chain, you can just take your pieces that you've done, and then before you close off the one end, just loop it into the other one and hold it with your flat pliers and bring it around. So there's two different options depending on the style of chain that you want. Or if you don't have jump rings and you just want to go ahead and do the just continuous chain, so you can do that like that. So there's without the jump ring and with the jump ring. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club, I'll link it up below. It's a group where we share all kinds of our photos of our creations and inspiration for each other. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wire wedding cake toppers and unique jewelry. I also send out a monthly newsletter, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook, where I give a list of my supplies and materials and a few tips. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you the next time.